we have a brand new bowl game. The old Arizona Bowl has become the Snoop Dogg Bowl. How amazing is this? Presented by Gin and Juice, which, if you didn't know, Snoop and Dre have an actual mixed drink, mixed cocktail called Gin and Juice, and it has this beautiful 6'4" Impala on the side of this box. I wish I was cooking one up right now, but unfortunately, I didn't have the wherewithal to have grabbed one before we did this next interview. Then I looked for it today in my area, and I couldn't find it, so I got to pick it up when I'm in the city for one of the shows this week. Bring it up to a Memorial Day party and enjoy myself a little gin and juice. It's time now for the VP of Communications of the Snoop Dogg Bowl, Eric Rhodes.
A cocktail in one hand and watch DA live front and center. It's the best way to begin the week and end your weekend. Fast and hard.
What you're doing in those photographs isn't ordinary anywhere, pal.
And we're back.
Where you been, pal?
So, ladies and gentlemen, here's Damon Amendolara.
Aiden, what are you doing to me here? I mean, you're really making me look like a complete drunk. My goodness. That is an excellent montage, but it is basically me pouring a drink for myself every Sunday for the last 2 months. So, yeah, kids, don't try this at home. All right, Eric Rhodes joins us here on the show. Eric, how you doing, my man?
What's going on, DA?
Not much. How you feeling?
Man, I'm loving life. Like you said, we got Snoop. I mean, you get to make an announcement like that a few weeks ago, and then we go big time. And now I'm on the DA. I'm with the crew. I got to tell you, these comments are amazing. I mean, I can't do it while I'm talking to you because I'll just lose complete track of everything.
Yeah, the D-aliens are out. They get a charge out of Sunday nights. They love having a group think, a group party every single Sunday. So they get frisky in there. So tell us how this comes about, because originally it's the Arizona Bowl, and then you guys get Snoop to partner in here, and he releases this new mixed cocktail. So how does this thing come together?
Yeah, man. We try to be different. There's 44 bowls, and you got to be different. You got to stand out a little bit. And so about last October, we started looking around, knowing our title sponsor was going to turn over. And we just started reaching out. We have an agency that helped us out, and we were kind of brainstorming one day, and it all kind of came up that we're looking at entertainment industry. And Snoop's a huge football fan. He has his own youth football league here on the West Coast in LA. And, a couple of those guys that moved on to the University of Arizona were based out of Tucson. And so a phone call was made, and I got to tell you, man, you know how these media things go, DA. In about 48 hours, we were on the phone with Snoop's people, and they were here in Tucson for our last bowl game. Man, that was fun to try to keep that quiet. Masterpiece throwing out boxes of seal everywhere. And then, man, we started doing the deal, putting pen to paper. And then they rolled out gin and juice right around the Super Bowl, and it just was perfect. The biggest challenge was for our team to get an alcohol presenting sponsor through the NCAA. But, man, that's where we're at, right? Like the non-alcoholic montage we just saw of you. We all enjoy a beverage on a Sunday. And what better way to go than a nice, can of gin and juice by Snoop and Dre.
Have you spoken directly to Snoop or Dre yet?
I have been on a Zoom call where they were in the background, just Snoop, not Dre. And that was enough for me. We got to meet Master P. We'll meet him in a few weeks, but that guy is nonstop. He's a machine. If there's ever, you talk about D-aliens, that guy's got like D-alien DNA. He does not sleep, does not stop. He is like off to the Olympics. He's on Fallon. He's got a bowl game now. He just keeps going and going and going. So we're going to meet him in LA in a week or so. We have some big things planned. The biggest, of course, is going to be what halftime looks like. Everybody wants to know what halftime. First of all, we are not going to be played on 420. Okay. Just to get that out of there. We're a bowl game, so we're going to be in the December season as everybody else. Yeah. I get asked that often. But the halftime is going to be big, man. When you got Snoop, you got to go.
It's got to be big. And Snoop's Super Bowl halftime show a couple of years back was awesome. So this will be on December 28th, this bowl game, 4:30 Eastern time, 2:30 Mountain time. If I'm not mistaken, you guys are not an ESPN bowl, correct?
That's right. We're one of three that are not on the ESPN family, and we're good with that. We'll be on the CW network, which we had a little over 2 million viewers last year, and now we added Snoop. We're going to expect that to rock it up. Great thing about CW, it's everywhere, man. If you still got the old bunny ears and you got like a clothes hanger on the back of your TV, you can watch the Snoop Dogg Arizona.
So does that actually, the lack of affiliation with ESPN, help in something like this? Because you guys are a little edgy here with an alcohol sponsor, because it's a little outside the box. Does it help that you don't have the ESPN affiliation?
Yeah, I mean, we are certainly good friends with everybody in all the networks of college football. But what helps us is, we're considered I think we're up there now, one of the lower tier bowls. So in the ESPN family, you don't get control over your game day, and that's really important to us, as we are the only bowl game in the nation that gives 100% of our net proceeds to charity.
Wow.
So being on a Saturday is big for us. Being able to make sure our local community here in Tucson and Southern Arizona can make the game is a big deal, aside from being, one of those others that's like maybe Tuesday at 11 a.m. where it can't be well attended. Butts in the seats matters to us, because every ticket bought, every beer bought, every gin and juice drank, is money we get to give back to charity here in Southern Arizona. So it's one chance I get to say drink for the kids.
Wow. Now that's actually pretty cool because as rambunctious as our listeners are, we do like to do a lot of stuff for charity. We do like to try to come together and help people out. So this is interesting. Where will the proceeds go? Have you guys decided which charities they'll go to?
This will be our 10th bowl game this year, 10th iteration of the Arizona Bowl, and we've worked with over 70 charities in Southern Arizona. So we have a committee. It's a grant application process that'll open in early December. We'll see how much money we make and all of those things that, how many beverages could be consumed and tickets sold for that halftime show. And then in about February, we have a local community committee that gets together, and they decide how that money is split up, so nobody from the bowl is involved. It's all community, to make sure that there's some accountability there. But yeah, over 70 in 10 years, and I expect a bunch more this year.
Oh, that's really cool. And you guys are on a Saturday this year. December 28th is a Saturday. I've already looked at the schedule going, I wonder if I can get out to Arizona for this one.
Got a gin and juice waiting for you.
I appreciate that. So let me also ask, in terms of the conference affiliations, have you guys remained consistent with the previous conference affiliations for the bowl tie-ins?
That is correct. We have one more year in the bowl cycle. Everyone does. All the bowls have one more year left in our bowl cycle. We are affiliated, and we love our partners in the Mountain West Conference and the Mid-America, the little MACtion, little midweek MACtion. If there's ever a great group for gin and juice, it seems like those Tuesdays and Wednesdays in December that in the MACtion. But we're a high pick in both of those conferences. The last couple of years, we've had a team that's been ranked in the top 25 coming in. And the exciting part of it, as a football fan, we've had walk-off wins back-to-back, and we've had 3 overtimes in our last 5 games.
Wow.
So good football.
We happen to have a toehold in Boise. We have been in Boise for years, and they've listened to the DA show on both CBS Sports Radio as a big affiliate there, and now on Sirius XM. And so Mountain West, Boise State Broncos tie-in. I mean, boy, if Boise State goes, I might have to be there. There's going to be a lot of D-aliens down there then.
I'm saying this is going to look to be a good year for the Broncos. Jeremiah Dickey, their athletic director, is an amazing guy. Their new head coach I got to meet a couple of weeks ago at the meetings in Scottsdale, Arizona.
He's impressive.
Looks like he's 12 years old, but man, has you ready to run through a wall in about 5 seconds. And in fact, in all the prognostications early, Boise is picked to be that highest ranked group of 5. So, we'd love to have them here in Tucson, but we always root for success of our conferences.
All right, let me ask you, when I was 13 or 14 years old, I asked my mom to buy me both the Chronic and Doggy Style, and she did so, although she did say, why is there parental advisory lyric stickers on this? And I said, don't worry, it's not that big a deal. I think they might say like the F word like twice. She's like, oh, okay. Now, so I grew
first
up,
line.
the first track. So I grew up in my formative high school years with little old school West Coast rap from Dre and Snoop. Did you own either or both of those original albums?
Oh, both, man. I was one of those guys who was very loud. I mean, I've spent the last 2 weeks trying to find an edit that I can play suitably that you can actually hear any of the lyrics. But Snoop's team's helping me out with that. So it's been great. Our executive director, Kim Adair, the day we signed the deal, she got out of the office extra early. And when we came in, it was just blasting the next episode. You could hear it for 3 floors.
Nice.
So, yeah, we were ready. We were all fans to begin with. But, I mean, when you get to rock something like this just on a Sunday, I have 3 kids and they're not of age yet, but they all want the gin and juice stuff. So, even our hats, DA, have the parental advisory on the side of them. So we'll ship you some gear. We'll make sure you have some stuff ready to go.
That'd be amazing. We'll give that out to our listeners as well. I'll of course, keep what I need, but we'll always try to share as well. Eric Rhodes joining us here from the Snoop Dogg Bowl presented by Gin and Juice by Snoop and Dre coming up December 28th. All right. So keep your eyes on this. And I think I'm such a huge college football fan that I would be talking about potential bowl tie-ins anyway. But I think once we get to college football season, we'll tap back into you, have you back on, and just start projecting as who's doing what, and maybe see if you guys have anything new that you guys want to break down and break news to from our listeners that might be interested in going to this game.
For sure. We're going to have all kinds of activities. The one I can tell you right off that's going to be a lot of fun is a youth football game called the Snooper Bowl.
Amazing.
So, I mean, can't go wrong with that, right? So
love it.
Lots of activities here. We'll be happy to come back and talk football, man. That's what we do.
Love it.
I get paid to talk football and wear a Gin and Juice hoodie, so can't go wrong.
Yeah, you're living a good life there. You're living a really good life. Yeah, pretty good. Eric Rhodes joining us, VP of Communications from the Snoop Dogg Bowl. Eric, thanks so much, buddy. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. See you soon.
All right. Eric Rhodes joining us here on Watch DA Live. That was awesome.